Alright, what's up, y'all? This is True, man. I just came on here to tell y'all that I'm gonna tell y'all the truth though. I riding, scouring a couple of the hoods and shit, where the real people at, where the real work be at. And I ran across a guy. His name is Shawty. I'm gonna tell you what I call him without saying his real name. His name is Shawty. Now, Shawty is a guy, like my first, what I like to call investing my time. But sometimes y'all might hear me say, dang, I forgot, I got my glasses on. Hold up, I forgot. I told you I was in the hood. Take this shit off. Shawty is a guy that I invested my time in, right? I mean, he's a guy, I like to talk to these young guys' mama. Sometimes it be their daddy. Like, cause I like to know about you before I bring you close to me. But if I'm finna do some real work, I like to talk to your mamas. I need a compadre, somebody that loves you in that way, but I love you in this way, so we can join hands and see can we build you up. But real life story, it's a real life story. I'm just sharing. Shawty, this guy had invested, it's been about almost a year now. Constant communication with his mama. I gave him a car. I gave him a vehicle. So I gave him a vehicle. He got the job. I gave him the vehicle so he won't have no excuse. You know what I'm talking about? So he can go backwards forward to work while he break his drug habit. Shawty had a drug habit. I mean, what he called, he wasn't sprung, but he was sprung enough that he was always out in the cold. Shawty was the person that go backwards and forward between his mom and his daddy. And when he fuck up too much, they ain't gonna let him in. So he always was out there. So Shawty is also a halfway mechanic. So, you know, I don't know if anybody can relate, but down here in Memphis, you find AutoZone parking lot is where everybody get their hustle on if you got any kind of mechanical skills. So Shawty was he got skills, he just didn't have the tools. But he ain't had the real knowledge, but everybody was trying to teach him. Okay, make a long story short, when I got out of jail, November the 3rd, 2016 for the last time, the first place I went was back to the hood. And I asked for a couple of people, names by names. I say, well, let me just say the first name. I say, I just pulled up on the AutoZone parking lot because I used to sit on that same AutoZone parking lot and sell hella dope. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, this is this a $1 million track from 3 streets, though. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out of jail for the last time, I knew I wasn't ever going back to jail. So I knew my life had a calling because this last time was the longest time it's the longest stint I ever did. This is when I got my relationship with God. And I knew I was God's son. And so I'm like, well, from now on, one step at a time, don't go back to jail. I'm bigger than that. So to make a long story short, but make a short story long, when I got out of jail for the last time, that was only something that I felt. I felt like I had been caught up in the system for so long until I'm young enough and old enough. I'm young enough and older enough to say to my damn self, I ain't never coming back to jail. True story. Okay. Let me tell you how it is. before I say a long story and a short story. Long story short, short story long. So there's a lot of emotions in this story I'm sharing with y'all. That's why ain't no script for it. So forgive me how I come out. I might be, all right. Let me just take it back to what made me, without going way back into my life. What made me go to the one spot when in jail? Let me go back to that the last time I was in jail. Y'all remember anybody ever went to the county jail over and over again, all the way to the penitentiary, back and beyond to start over? We already gonna call that the cycle, but that's not, that we know that's a system. Anybody familiar with them little brown Bibles that they used to give out in county jail? I mean, we always seen the white people come out doing some missionary stuff, bombarding us with their little brown Bibles. Anybody know what I'm talking about, what I'm finna say right now? You know how them same little bitty brown Bibles serve two purposes? Cause when they break down them doors in the morning time, we forget about that little brown Bible. But let's start from the night before, when the doors get locked. When we go on lockdown, we read them little brown Bibles, and we have always read them Bibles. This is before the relationship with God. We have always read them little brown Bibles, and everybody that has ever been in jail with me has got the same piece out of something out of the Bible. Them little bitty brown Bibles in the county jail has always got some kind of peace of mind, because you're trapped in a cage and you want to be back home, but you can't. You don't have enough money to bond yourself out, or maybe your charge, you ain't got no bond, whatever. You always get solace out of something in that little bitty brown Bible. That's one side. Okay, after you get that, because you read it like a book, guess what else? Anybody that can relate, man, they understand this story. What about them first two white pages in that little bitty brown Bible? What we use those first two white pages out that little bitty brown Bible with no words on it? We use those to roll cigarettes up. We tie those blank white pages out that little brown Bible to roll tobacco up in it. And then when they gone, we ask somebody else for their new Bible, since it's a rotation. So before we get to rolling up the word of God to smoke a cigarette, let's just remember, after those two white pages gone in that little bitty brown Bible in the county jail, which we roll tobacco in, what if the pot is full and now all the white pages you have accumulated and got all the new Bibles, because you feel some type of way about actually rolling up Genesis, right? But after those two white pages gone, ain't no more brand new Bibles. Guess what we do? Guess what we do? We choose the part of the Bible out that little brown Bible, because we nicking. We want to smoke a cigarette. I mean, it's hard in jail. Fuck this shit. I want to smoke something. And we know about the toilet tissue wrappers too, but you know, the Bible paper is more smoother than that toilet paper that come off the wrapper, you know. But guess what? I mean, we actually, I have done it. I have smoked. I chose, because James was back then, James used to be my favorite. Yeah, something about James in a way. Yeah, James. But I mean, that's back in the days. I used to roll up tobacco in Revelations, as if I don't need to want to know the end. I can't understand it. Too many god doggone. Yep, used to smoke the hell out of Revelations back. Yeah, roll up Revelations. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Shawty just got shot. I told you I'm all over the place, but it's so real. It really ain't got it. I don't need no script. It was hear what I say. Because it all leads up to the same thing. Of me growing, and the first time I try to You know, take one, teach one. This is my first time. I ain't ever, I can honestly say, I ain't fuck with. Women always took care of me. So I always have took care of women. Children love me. It's always been the dudes in my life that tried to get over and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still here. I used to tell somebody, I wish I could dig. I wish I can bring all the dudes that's dead, that's already buried and gone. I wish I could bring them back to life, because I know they would tell me they didn't mean it, and they not. I also said, if they had been paying attention, if they had not been so focused on me and been watching their back, maybe they'll still be here. Yeah, that's not my job. That's God, baby. But, you know, make a long story short, Shawty got shot. Shawty got shot. He got sprung. He told me a lie. I'm the person that's invested. This is how I always leave my heart out of whoever I work on until you over that hump. But since I'm going to do it so much for the rest of my life, I don't have time to give you all of my heart, because it hurts too much. So he got shot. He lived. He got shot in the leg. But then they tried to kidnap him. All because then it come to find out, I had to find that out just by going through the hood like I always do, because when you don't check in and I'm investing my time in, well, I'm monitor you. So let me call your mama. And when your mama tell me, hey, if I have to find out from your mama, why you ain't tell me what happened to you? Well, you know how connected I am. So if I gotta find out from one of these killers on that $1 million track, well, we bossed up like that. Ain't nobody finna ride for him like that. But then when I go over there to his house, he tell me a long ass story about a lawnmower. You was just working on a AutoZone parking lot trying to make you some fast money with your limited mechanical skills, and then you end up in a car with a stranger going over while she beefing with her baby daddy to take a lawnmower out of the yard because he owe her some money for the kids, and she leave you and you get these niggas run down on you while you walking and try to kidnap you and you get shot. And then the originator of the story, why my compadres, and it's only about 4 of us, it's a $1 million track, so y'all figure that out. The people I fuck with, the bosses, say, nah, this shit came from another nigga, because we were just about to take care of him, because all the junkie moves that he made to do drugs, they done been by here like 3 times. We were just having a meeting about this junkie nigga. Everybody keep coming by here shooting at him. Well, we posted up there, so we were just about to take care of him. So Shawty got caught up in the mix, and he ain't telling you the truth. And so let me go look into his eyes. Sure enough and behold, it's just a stutter. I'm like, you ain't gonna disappoint me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this is an opportunity for me. I mean, way before you got shot, I know you was better than where you was. And I know you can break the funk, because who haven't broke the funk? Anybody can change their life. But before you got shot, you was under my wing. So of course I'm gonna take it as an insult with no heart. And so I ain't talked to Shawty since, because Shawty disappointed me with no heart. He disappointed my mind, I guess. But he's silently broke my heart, but not in a way. It's only more motivation. So Shawty gonna have to get his life together, because it's just like I told you about that dude, the warning shot when he got shot in the leg, and I say that was that's God talking to you. You better than that. Let that be a warning. A week and a half later, I'm on another corner, 2 headshots. Shawty better take that message and stop treating me Like I care, but I only care so much as if you care. I just work with you. So that's true, man. My heart broken, so I'm all over the place. But y'all read between the lines, man. It's a story I want to share with y'all. I love Shawty. Shawty gotta love himself. Shawty want to be a thug. Peace out, true.